All right. Oh, geez. Oh, man. Oh, sorry. What's going on, everyone? We're live. Welcome back to the Unconventional Mindset. My name's Odum. Should have had a drink of water before I started. And yeah, today's Thursday. Happy Thursday. How you doing today? Hopefully you're having a great day. And we're going to just jump right in and start working on, the stuff that we're doing to build ourselves our company. Trying to build $1 million company here. Working a little bit every single day. And what we're working on right now, today, of course, well, we've been working on this the past couple of days, is kind of putting together all the pieces for our style guide for all the components that we're going to be building. And so I've just been working away. I didn't get too far from where we stopped off the other day. So I started working on the buttons here, and something is not quite, I don't know. So they're just not jiving. And I don't know if it's just the way that I have them positioned here, but I'm not the biggest fan of how they're turning out so far. So we're going to see if we cannot do things a little bit better. And one of the things that I'm thinking about is how, like if the different types of buttons that we're going to have, if they need to have different hover, pressed, and focused states, or if they should kind of share the same states. Right, because the things that what we want to get done today is we want to get these buttons done, and then we want to work in the drop down, get that done. The toggles we got done, the range slider, we can do that as well. And then just kind of the messages, alerts as well. And maybe even hopefully we get to everything actually, except for maybe the dark theme. Because that's actually going to take a little bit of work to thinking about the colors. But yeah, so with these buttons here, so if we just zoom in to the buttons, I guess it's not too bad. I think it's the way that these three colors are putting together. I mean, this is my primary, and this is my primary dark, and then this is the light. And this here is kind of the secondary color. And have that as focused. Yeah. See, I think maybe that there might be a problem with having this focused because it is a secondary color. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, and this press state is basically when you take a button and you press over it, it turns to this color. And should we even have that? I don't know. I mean, it's just a split second, on a tap or a press. I think we should have it in focus. Yeah, not very common as well. Unless you're tabbing through things. What I'm not liking with this alternate button is these different states, the hover, the pressed, and the focused. It's not ideal. Something's not sitting right with me. Love the standard, love the alternate. I think what I'm going to do is for these ones, I'm actually going to just delete these ones and have the alternate button. And then we're also going to make a button with an icon. And then we'll put that side by side and see if that makes any difference to my thought process here and how I'm feeling this one. And we just want to get a simple icon. Let's go to our assets here. Icons, huge icon, and go here. And I think we want basically like a pointer. Click. Just have a look at these icons here. Just basically want to look for a good icon to use as kind of the placeholder. I mean, it could even just be like a checkbox or like a check. Or a lock, like unlock. Maybe. That might not be a bad icon. All right, which one was this one? Unlock. Yeah, maybe. Oh. Multimedia. Or maybe like a go home button, like home. Or like a buy now, like a cart. Maybe, ooh, maybe like an e-commerce. I think e-commerce is down or up here. Finance, shipping and delivery. Where's e-commerce? Oh, there it is. Guess we can have like a shopping bag. Outline bag. Oh, let's try that, see what it looks like. Okay, let's throw that in there. Oh, we don't want, we want it to be outline. So 24, I think we want our icon size to be, yeah, 18. Okay, so let's zoom in here. And this is with icon. Oh, this needs to go in here. There we go. Throw it in. And that is the bag icon. Sorry, you can't see me. I'm just updating the text here. And the layers panel. Okay, so when we go in here, wow. That's not doing anything because this is what we want right here. Yeah, actually this looks good as is. It's actually almost right on the money in terms of the spacing. Okay, so let's go with this icon. Let's change its color. Actually, we're going to make this one so this is alternate with icon, and then we're just going to have the regular one. Alternate with icon. And we'll just go alt icon. And let's just copy this. Oh. And then we're just going to have here with icon. All right. Hey, Kevin, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Happy Thursday, almost Friday, almost the weekend. How are things going? So this one, right, it's going to be the same thing as the standard button. So it's not going to have a stroke. We just want to change its fill color to blue, and then change the text color to white, as well as the icon will be white as well. So that's pretty standard. The one thing I love your thoughts on this, Kevin, your design thoughts. So I'm trying to think about the different states between hover, pressed, and focused, and yeah, I'm not sure if the different buttons, like, well, the standard and the alternate, if it should have different hover states and different press states. Part of me is thinking no, because I think a lot of people have an alternate button aside the standard button in your standard hero section with the kind of the two call to actions. And when you hover over both of those buttons, I feel like they should have the same, standard, this is what a button looks like when it's hovered. So that's my initial thoughts, is that they should all share the same altered states, the different states, but their base one should be different. So I'd like to hear your thoughts on that. Because yeah, I deleted them. I should probably just have made them hidden, but I had different ones for the different buttons, and I wasn't feeling it. So I definitely need to organize this a little bit better as well. Yeah, so a secondary button would look different. So the hover pressed would be different. Right, the secondary, like a different color. But I don't think it's worth having separate hover and press states. But I don't think it's worth having a separate hover and press states. So I feel, maybe I'm not understanding this right, because it almost feels like you're saying two separate things. Like the secondary button would look different, and then so they would have to be different. Yes, definitely, of course, if I'm using like a secondary color. But I don't think it's worth having a separate hover and pressed state. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Like this one, the hover and then the pressed, right? So just having it so they're the same. I actually thought about that as well too. So this state here is no, come on, I need to get in there. So that this is basically this, and then this pressed is just not a thing. Which again, it sometimes maybe people could see it as a weird flicker, like when you press, say you tap on the button on your phone, or you just hover, you click on it with a mouse and click and hold down, then you could tell that it's in a pressed state. So with that being said, then, because my question is, should this alternate button have a different hovered state than the standard button? And again, my gut is saying no when you have a situation where I think I could probably, let me throw it up here. So when you have, let's go to components here. All right, when you have this type of, let's just view this one. Right, like this, right? So this is the alternate and then the regular, but when you hover over top of both of them, they have the same hover effect. This one needs a little bit more contrast, but the point is still there. Or should these buttons have a different hover state? Again, my gut is saying no, just default to the hover state for the button. Because the alternate is still kind of the same, it's just one's hollow and one's, solid. That's my thoughts. And then I guess let me just organize this a little bit better here. And then maybe I could articulate more what I'm thinking. Alt. All right, this one is just with icon. So So basically what I'm saying is these two buttons have the same hovered state, right? All right. In most designs I see, the secondary button is an inverse of the primary button. And so the hovered pressed is an inverse design as well. Not the same as the primary hovered. So I see, yeah, the secondary button. So I don't call this secondary. I call this alternate because it's basically like the flip of the standard. So what I see, is which I haven't done here, is this is the secondary button. And this secondary button is where it's completely different, where whatever what the fill is going to be. Right, it's the accent color. And then of course this one's going to be completely different because it's going to have a completely different hover and fill. Yeah. Oh. I lost it. Oh, this is why I got to put these things in a stupid, what's the word I'm looking for? Put it in a variable. Fill. Right, and then this guy here. And this one should actually probably be the focus button. And then the various buttons with the alternate as well too. And let's I feel like I really need to rework these colors as well too. That's a big problem. So the other thing that we could do, again, this is what I had before, but I did delete it, is when you have this alternate button. Oh, I keep doing the wrong thing here. So when we have the alternate button, we could just do something like this, where it's literally the same thing, but we just use it with the dark color for the accent. Give it a little bit of a thicker border, and then we go into the actual text. And oh, that's not what I wanted. Where's the actual text? There we go. And then we can make it black, or we could even make it blue. Then we could do something like that. I mean, that could work as well too. Yeah, could definitely work. Maybe we'll do that. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. And let's simplify. We got hover. And then I think we need to have focused. And what? Where's this one? Oh, how did this get out? This got completely out. Secondary. Okay, this one here. Then we delete this one. And maybe for focused, we go completely outside here, and we go just dark. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, that works better. Although, actually, I'm not a fan of the color going from black to blue here. I feel like what we can do... Well, if we go black, and then what would this one's focus be? This would be focus. Oh, not standard, it's an alternate. Maybe. Yeah, it's going to be the same thing. Yeah, we're not getting very fancy. I actually feel instead of using black, we'll just use our really dark color, and we'll do the same thing for here. Yeah, that's much better. Still something's off. I'm gonna have to think about it. I know I'm really nitpicking here and really splitting hairs, but I want to make sure this is as good as I can possibly make it. That there, and then the color of the text white. And that is focused. This here is hover. And you're gone here. Okay, and I'm gonna make the other buttons. I mean, this is pretty much the same thing with the icons. Just change the colors and have them over here. So I'll make those later. Yeah, these colors don't look the greatest together on screen here. They make sense when they're all part of this tertiary complementary kind of scheme. But I think, oh, what did I do? What happened here? Oh, I must have moved this. When these three are together, it makes sense. But these two separate, it's just a little off in terms of the orange when you're looking at these colors on the color wheel. So I think we're going to want to fix that. I'm going to spend many hours getting this right. Okay. Secondary alternate with icon, alt icon. Okay, let's park the buttons for now. Again, we'll clean that up. And now let's move on to the next component piece. And that is going to be, we could do a range slider. Yeah, did I see the Figma course? I didn't have a chance to watch it. So unfortunately I had, what did I have to do? Number one, I had some client work I had to do. And then I also, like I said, I'm part of this program that I'm doing here in in the east coast of Canada, and I had a class and I had to prepare for the class as well. So I didn't have as much time to watch the video, unfortunately. So I'll probably get to it over the weekend, because that's probably when I'm going to spend the most time cleaning all of this stuff up and making sure that, you know, everything is as good as I can make it at my at my Figma skill level. So, right. Let's do a little bit. Let's do a range slider, because that's easy enough. And I think we'll just throw it down here with these little other UI elements with the toggle. And a range slider is actually going to be pretty simple. We're not going to complicate this at all in any way. So we are going to get a rectangle, and we'll probably make it 6 pixels in height. And let's make it 300. Maybe a little bit longer, considering how, yeah, there we go. Something like this. I think we're actually going to make it an odd number. So we're going to have the same amount of pixels up and below. Actually, I guess it wouldn't really matter. Depends on the size of the actual circle. Anyways, so let's have a fill. Use the same color here. And we're going to give this a border radius, 2.5 around those edges. And we're literally just going to stick a circle over top. And that circle is going to be 5 on each side. 5. Maybe 13. Maybe even a little bit bigger. Where is the ellipse? Here it is. Let's actually throw this in a group. And we're going to call this just like a range slider. Bring it here to the bottom. Oh, whoops, that's not what we wanted to update. It's this guy right here. Throw that on the top. Should we make it a little bit fancier? I feel like we could make it a little bit fancier. I don't know if that's necessary. Let's see. Let's duplicate that ellipse. Let's make it 17. Okay, and actually I want to fill it with white, and I'm going to give it a stroke of 2, and we'll make it our dark blue color. And let's center things, and let's make the stroke on the outside. You can just have something like this, which kind of fits the theme, I guess, in terms of these radio buttons and checkboxes and stuff. That doesn't look too bad. Little handle to, you know, to slide your range. So this is the, let's just say that's the stroke. And this is the, whatever, the handle. And this is just the range bar. Okay. All right, so I like that. That's pretty good. Nice and minimal, clean. Okay, so a drop down, right? Let's work a specific or special drop down. Now I know I built a drop down. Is this site still running? Let's see. I think we're still running here, eh? Oh shit, what is my email address? Actually, it might have it saved in Chrome. Yeah. Right. Sorry, I was just bringing up this site here. This is another app that I built. This is actually pretty old now. But we kind of have this custom drop down here, which is kind of cool. I thought I'd just look at it to see if there's any kind of inspiration that I can gather from this. Yeah, I mean, that's just your... Okay. So let's go back. I think I know what I want to do here. Okay. So now we're going to build a drop down. And let's copy this here. I'm going to call this drop down. So I want this to be separate from an actual select element. So this is going to be a custom drop down. And I think I want to showcase what it would look like when it's actually been activated. Like when it's open and what the effects are going to look like. So let's see what we're going to do. I think we're going to change this icon to the up down arrow icon. And that should be, well, let's take a look at where the arrows are. There should be, they don't have it here. It's almost something like, it's actually, I'm surprised it actually doesn't have it. You see this sometimes in select fields where there's one arrow pointing up and one arrow, like a chevron up and a chevron down. And they're kind of together. And it's not here, which is a little bit surprising, actually. And I don't see it here either in interface. So I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to cheat a little bit. And we're going to have to copy and paste this direction. And I wonder if we group it, if it could be seen as one. Let's see. Can we rotate? We can rotate. I'm sure we could rotate things here, right? So here's a rotate. I think 180, perfect. Move over. And Oh, here we go. Perfect. It's kind of like self-aligning. There we go. There we go. That's what I want. That's what I want. Okay. So that looks good. So what we're going to have in the dropdown, let's see. I think we're just going to create a new rectangle to put in the contents of what's going to be in this dropdown. I guess let's make it the same size as this just for funsies. I'm not sure exactly how big it's going to be. So of course your fill is white and the stroke color is, what is the color? I think it is neutral light. Okay, let's round our corners. I think it's 5. Yep, it is 5. Oh, let's throw this rectangle down here, and this is going to be called drop down body. And then let's make this a drop down for, I mean, I'm thinking, it doesn't really matter what it is. Yeah, it doesn't matter what it is at all. So I'm thinking if we should put images on the inside here, or just maybe to put in some icons. Let's start with some text here. I'm just going to say drop down option number 1. And yeah, do we want to have it with icons or images? Yeah, let's do icons. Let's do icons. So let's get some. See if we get some interesting icons here. Apps. Okay. Where did that go? Here we go. So this is going to be called an option, or let's say drop down option. And oh, that's actually not what we want. I think we want to do this and then center. Okay, they must already be centered. And then copy these. Let's replace this app with, or this icon with another icon. Say camera, sure. So the reason why I'm putting these icons and just this kind of generic text is it's almost just placeholder for people to see what the art of the possible is going to be with this type of dropdown, because it is going to be, you know, it's going to be dynamic, right? Like you can put whatever you want inside of a dropdown. So might as well just kind of showcase of what the art of the possible could be, and get to try to get people's creative brain from get it to start turn a little bit in the mind of what they can do. Okay. This isn't. Oh. Oh my goodness. This alignment tool is, the way it snaps is a little frustrating. Maybe it's just me. Probably is me and my lack of Figma skills. Okay. Drop down option. Let's create a third one. 29. What happened to the icon there? Am I going crazy? Oh, this camera is not in here. Strange. Delete. Duplicate. Drag down. Drop down option. Let's get another icon. That one kind of sucks. Sure. Okay. So I want to showcase what this is going to look like when you hover over top of an item. So let's do that right now. Actually not in there, but just here. So this is drop down, option, hover. What we should do is probably make this that looks much better. And white. And there we go. There we go. Great. I like that. And yeah, unfortunately with Webflow select elements, you can't actually go in and add in different things within that select. Like you can't put in any div tags or icons or anything like that. The only option is to make a custom element or use like a custom embed with a form in there if you wanted to, which I think I've actually done that. I've done that for one form that I know where I had to embed something within the form, but I had to use custom code for it because you couldn't just do it through the regular stuff that Webflow allows you to do. So not the most ideal thing, but sometimes you just have no choice. And what we should do with this is just to make it look nice. We'll keep it the same size here. And this thing, you guys can move in. How do I move you? Are you guys locked? Looks like they're locked. Okay, well, we don't want to lock them. Let's, now we get, no. How come I can't move this? Oh, right. That's not what we want to change. Oh, what just happened? Something's going on. A little fishy. What if I move this way and then just shrank it this way? Oh, look at that. Something, okay, what's happening? Oh, it's the space here. Okay, gotcha. There we go. If I would have watched that, I could just see Rolando telling me, if you would have watched that tutorial last night, you would know what's going on. Yeah, probably. I will get to it, I promise. Okay, let's make a couple more drop-down options. There we go, and one more. I like that. Okay. What does this look like? Yeah. I'll take that. And I guess a heart. There we go. And delete. Okay. And bring this up. Okay. So that's our custom drop-down element. Yeah, these are going to look really good once everything is put together on components, and even once this thing is actually put together and presented nice as a nice component library or whatever, component library / style guide. It's going to look really good. I'm happy with this. I'm happy with how this is going and how it's turning out. What is, now that I'm thinking about this, this is kind of bothering me. What is the Webflow color palette? Webflow, let me see the brand guide. Okay, they do have it here. Looks like I have looked at it before. No, that's not what I want at all. Webflow media kit, let's say. Webflow about. No. Support, explore, company. What do they got for their sitemap? Gotta have something here. Resources. No. Webflow brand. Oh, there's got to be, come on. Webflow brand guidelines. Brand at Webflow, is this it? This might be it. This looks official, although it's brand at brand/at.webflow.io. Okay. So this is their color here. Let me compare this color with the blue color that I chose, because this actually these actually look really similar. Oh man, that is crazy. That's wild. Or do they? How similar do they look? Let me see if we can put them side by side. Okay, well they're not, you know, this blue, they're not quite the same, but let's put them side by side. In fact, let's just take these primary. I'm just going to duplicate this and just put the Webflow colors on here. So, oh yeah, wow, that's pretty close. That's pretty close. And this color. And this color. This is going to be a pretty big difference here. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's zoom in here. Oh my goodness, that's way, that's bad. That's bad. I swear to you guys, like when I was going through these colors, I was not looking at Webflow. I absolutely was not looking at Webflow. I was just going in, and as I was actually using, what was that tool? Oh shoot, I can't remember who recommended this, but it was this palette. So I was going with this palette, and then I was kind of picking a blue, and then I was going in and finding similar colors. And so this is what I came up with, this one at the bottom, and then here's Webflow here at the top. Like these are so similar. 156 blah blah blah, and then to this one. Like let's look how, I just want to see how close they are on the like when we go here, so that's where the dot is. If I put this color in, yeah, it just moves over like ever so slightly. Oops. So this is a little bit darker. Okay, so we need to change our colors. So yeah. They don't go much difference from their light to their dark. It's interesting. So also that's their colors here. So what do they have? They have all the gray scales here, and they have their black, which is not quite black. And they're not using, they're just going straight gray here. They're not putting any color into it at all whatsoever. Straight gray. Oh my goodness. There's a Freudian slip right there. Don't copy that and cancel me for saying something silly. I'm wondering how they're using their colors and their buttons. Okay, I don't want to go in this account. So let me just go home. Yeah, so they just hover over to their dark color. Huh. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, anyways, so yeah. So we'll change those colors. You can really tell how close they are. We'll have to figure something out. If you guys have an idea for just name a color, like I guess any color. Well, I mean, you could maybe stick with the primaries or the top 6 colors, like the rainbow colors, as to what color would be a good theme for the components for pixel pieces. You know, like purple, blue, teal or green, red, yellow, whatever. What do you guys think would be a good color? And then we can give that a shot. My other thing is purple. That would be my other color choice. Because I like purple, and then blue could be an accent. Anyways, if you have any color thoughts, let me know. Okay. Okay. So next. So we definitely can't do a dark theme because we don't have our colors finalized yet. Okay. Range slider, we did. Toggle, we got. Okay, let's do messages and alerts. Right. Success, error, and warning. So we have error and success colors here. And I think what we should do is duplicate. This is actually success. And let's duplicate this one for warning. And you notice I haven't actually updated the hex codes below any of these things because I know that they're gonna change, like obviously. So warning is pretty straightforward in terms of having red, green, and yellow. Ooh, even just some. Oh, yeah. Whoops. So let's grab this and let's go into this super palette tool. Let's throw this color in there. And this is EED. Okay, so this color here, we got a good score if it has like a contrast score if we're using dark text over top of it, which is good. Which is kind of what we want. So I feel like we might want to up the saturation a little bit here, considering what the other red and green ones are. And I think yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay. So we want to do error messages. In fact, what I'm going to do this is actually warning. I'm actually going to throw one right here. Error. There was a problem submitting your form. Whatever. Please try again. We're going to put these in messages. And we want to, I think, is it Shift A? Yes, Shift A to put it in this auto layout. And we are going to I think there's two different ways that we can do errors. And the first one would be to fill it with the error color. And then to have the text, well, this one, in this case, it needs to be black or white to have the best contrast against this pink. And we're going to give more spacing. 16 might be too much. And we're going to give it our usual border radius, and I think we also want to, with the text, we're going to bold it. So that's very simple. So that's error. And then we'll say success. Your form has been submitted. No, not inside. This one green, and actually this color, the text has to be dark. Like we'll throw that in like that. We might play around with this. I'm not sure if I'm particularly happy with this, but we'll see what comes of this here. We'll just get this one done. Warning. Please, whatever, verify your email before continuing. Oh, that's not for that. That's for this. Okay. So that's not bad. What else can we do? I think the colors are going to need to change for this one. Doesn't seem to, well, I think he doesn't seem to match the look and feel, but yeah, I'm having deja vu. Because I remember I was having issues with buttons not having the same look and feel as other ones. And Kevin, I'm pretty sure you helped me out with that last time. So if we want to duplicate these here. Then we have fill of white and then the stroke 1.5 and the outside color and then the color of the text, of course. Whoops. Oh my goodness. I think it's, no, that's not it either. There we go. So this is alternate. And I'm going to throw this here into solid. Okay. Then we get to the green. And fill. White. Then with a stroke. Green. There we go. That's good. So 1.5. White. Stroke 1.5. Color yellow. So the problem that I'm having with this one is just the colors. So again, we're gonna have to look at the colors and just get a really good color scheme. It's like when you're choosing colors and fonts, yeah, it can almost make or break a website. You really want to make sure you have it down really, really good. So all this stuff here, we're gonna put that drop down options. There we go. It's all in drop down. Okay, and messages. This max file, that should go under form and file upload right here. There we go. Okay, so colors. What else do we have? Popover tooltip and pagination. So let's get to that. So this tooltip is fairly straightforward. Hi, I'm a tooltip. Oh goodness, tooltip. Please hover over me. Okay. Tool tip. Why are you like outside a style sheet? Don't do that. Oh, weird. Okay. So this is the text. You're just going to be regular text, please. And what we're going to have is, what's the best way to draw this? Actually, I don't know. We'll just use rectangles and a triangle. Okay, 5, let's say 200 by 70. And don't want it to be, actually, should we have it darker? Maybe it should be, should either be the primary color or an accent, like the really dark color. I wonder, let's see what it looks like here. Yeah, it's actually not bad at all. Let's make a triangle. Maybe 16 by 16. And again, let's round those edges. Oh, okay. This rounds differently than, there we go. Okay, rotate. I think 180. Okay, that's way too. Tooltip body, I guess. I don't know. And this comes up over the tooltip as you hover over top of this. Then we can have text. Actually, we should probably put this in an auto layout. Hello. You've just hovered over a tooltip and caused some text to appear right over the text in question. Okay. So Shift A. Tooltip content. And we can set the size. Apparently, no, we can't. Oh, yes, we can. No. Okay, what's happening here? Okay. So it's not spilling over. We need the text to spill over. I think that's this button here. Nope, that's not it. Okay, why is this not wrapping? So the question is, why is this text not wrapping? And there's gotta be an explanation. What's going on? Hug, fixed width, fill container. Probably, there we go. That makes the most sense. All right, so that's what we want. And we want, let's see, I don't know, something like this. Can we, in fact, maybe, if we can actually just maybe center this, that might look better. And our line height, again, 120%. A little bit more breathing room. I like that. Okay, let us give this a background just here, and the color itself of the text, and our border radius. Perfect. So what we can do is we can put this into here, just replace this. And I wonder if the text, because it's a tooltip, should just be even a little bit smaller. Actually, I'm zoomed out quite a bit, so this is regular size, right? That's nicer, I think. There. There. Okay. That's the tooltip. That's what I'm thinking of for that. Or something you hover over top of it and more whether it's an information icon or something like that. And that's what happens. And actually, let's just see if we can get an icon there. So, question mark. Question. Really? Nothing? Info. Information. That's an exclamation mark. There's got to be a question mark in this. Oh, yeah, here we go. Help. Okay, so let's get that icon. Help. A few different ones. Oh. Help to. I think this is what we want here. Let's throw this. Yeah, here we go. And 16 by 16. And help icon. Okay. So that's a very simple tooltip. And we'll probably have to use some kind of CSS fun to make something like that work in Webflow. To just create our triangle and put it kind of at the bottom of the div container of where that text is going to appear. We'll worry about coding later at the end. So actually tooltip. Let's actually need to bold this. Put this at 16. So this is the title here. Forgot to put like headings. Definitely gonna need headings. Okay. And the last thing that we want to work on here today is a good old-fashioned pagination. What time is it? It's 4:20. Okay. I'll put the foundation of this here really quick. I don't think I'm going to have time to finish this because I do. There's something that my wife wants me to take care of. So I need to get to that sooner rather than later. So let's go. We don't even need to. So this is going to be pretty, like this is super straightforward here. Again, for my style and what I'm looking for. I think, well, three and four. And of course we start on page number 1. And that fill obviously is going to be our color. Again, I probably should have used auto layout for that. And there's also, what do we also have with paginations? We have dots and like the next and last arrows, right? So we're probably going to want to have, where are the arrows here? Right, these chevrons here. This is direction left 0, 1. So let's have a look at our icons. And yeah, I think we'll use icons to keep everything consistent as opposed to try to make them with with CSS. So arrows, outline, and what did I say? Direction, left, and then also direction left 0, 1, and probably these two as well. Okay, excellent. Why are these two? Okay, well, I don't want them to be as simple. Or, oh no, they're always going to be like that. I just don't want them to be on their own. There we go. That makes sense. Okay. Sorry, I thought I was creating like a new page with this hashtag, but it's just what it's called when it's a frame. Okay. So I don't know what the best practices are for the directions and which one comes first, like the more or the less. I totally can't remember. But I do know, let's just go, actually, let's take these two. Copy these two. And then we're going to say the last pages are 8 and 9. Then we're going to have three dots. Where are they? Oh, yeah, they are. I have to figure out exactly how to place these. I wonder if there's anything else we can do to get a little bit more creative with this. We'll definitely have to play around with the different colors as well too, because that yeah, I'll have to play around, see what makes sense, what looks the best. But it's something like this. Again, very simple here. I'm not reinventing the wheel here in terms of design, that's for sure. But I'm liking how it's turning out. Okay, so what else? Pagination the pop over tooltip, messages, toggles, range slider, drop downs, buttons, input items, paragraph, colors, and headings. Okay, that's all done except for the dark theme. So we're coming along. And of course, this looks really unorganized here. We're really gonna have to make this look nicer, and definitely gotta figure out the colors. But we're coming along. Okay, so I'm going to leave it here for today. It's going to be a little bit late, 4:30. I don't know what time you guys would prefer I do these live streams. But I got like lots of this business stuff that I have to do kind of in the afternoons or lunchtime. So it's kind of pushing things back, which is kind of annoying. And of course, it's kind of smack dab in the middle of the day. So maybe I'll experiment with doing things earlier, especially if I know I have things happening. But we'll see. I don't know. Let me know what you guys prefer. But I mean, I kind of just have to go whenever I have time. I could fit in an hour or two to get some work here on stream. anyways, that's it for today. More Figma stuff. Pretty straightforward, nothing too crazy, but hopefully by tomorrow, we'll really start to flesh this thing out and have a really, really good looking style guide that's going to be ready for us to go to finalize our components and get us ready for like a proper launch, which is going to be pretty exciting. So super pumped for that. All right, that's it for me. Thank you once again for tuning in, for watching, for all your support. I really, really appreciate it. And that's it. We'll see you tomorrow.